Hey everybody, it's TR here for your UFC on Fuel TV 6 coming up tomorrow from China. Uh, Generally, I haven't been making too many UFC picks videos lately, but this event I see 4 fights where the underdog has a great shot at winning, and you should know about it. Starting off on the undercard in the bantamweight division, you have Alex Caceres is a -220 favorite against Matsunobu Tezuka. Caceres has a 7-5 record. He's very predictable on the feet and on the ground, and he's got kind of a name. He's on the Ultimate Fighter and everything. So I think odds makers are kind of getting this one wrong here a little bit against Tezuka. Tezuka hasn't really fought a whole lot of big names at all, but if you watch the way he fights, look him up on YouTube and watch some of his fights. He's very smart. He takes guys into deep water and he comes out on top via submission, via decision, whatever he's got to do to win the fight. And Caceres is kind of a guy who just goes all or nothing. And against a guy like Tezuka, he's 25, but he's 19-4-4. He's been in some fights. So go ahead and take Matsunobu Tezuka at +170 for some easy money there. In the lightweight division, you have Matt Danzig taking on Takanori Gomi. Danzig is a -225 favorite. Gomi is a +175 underdog. As you know, Danzig won the Ultimate Fighter Season 5. He's got a 5-5 record in the UFC. He had a recent decision win over Efrain Escudero. With Danzig, he tends to get on track with a win, and then he'll get a loss or two, and he bounces back and forth. So this is more of a fade on Danzig, and I think he's very susceptible to Gomi's big right hand that he'll throw. Gomi's 2-3 in the UFC, but he had a nice knockout of Tyson Griffin. So I think Danzig might go into this fight a little bit too confident and possibly get knocked out by Takanori Gomi. That's why I like him at +175. In the light heavyweight division, Thiago Silva -340 against Stanislav Nedkov, +260. Silva recently lost a decision to Alexander Gustafsson. The fight before that, he beat the hell out of Brandon Vera, but he popped positive for roids. So Silva's, he beats the guys he's supposed to beat, and he loses to the guys he's supposed to lose to. Nedkov is not a huge name. He's undefeated, 12-0. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's got nice stand-up. I think his Jiu-Jitsu is going to be able to get him through this fight with Silva, and he's very inept on the feet to knock out Thiago Silva. So go ahead and play Stanislav Nedkov at +260. And in the main event, middleweight matchup, you have Rich Franklin at -340 taking on Kun Lee. Franklin's 38 years old. He just recently beat Vanderlei Silva via decision, I believe, in May. And Kun Lee had a recent decision over Patrick the Predator Cote. This fight is more of a toss-up for me. I believe anything can happen in this fight. Kun Lee has a very unorthodox stand-up that's very tough to figure out. And I can see Kun Lee taking down Franklin with a nice body shot and pulling off the TKO upset victory. Now, I'm not saying bet a whole lot on this fight, but I do like a small wager on Kun Lee at +260. So everybody have a good luck with your bets on this event. Handicappers, odds makers out there, they're getting it wrong on these UFC fights, and there's a lot of money to be made with these underdogs. So have a great week, and we'll see you next time, possibly for UFC 154.